What's going on, my fellow troops? My name is Xavvo, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be discussing a topic that kind of stems off my rant video I made ages back. Just speaking about that, actually, that video is actually at 1k views, which I never anticipated when making that. I actually just made it because I was infuriated with Cold War and its ridiculously massive list of problems. But yeah, it's doing really well, and a lot of people are commenting on it pretty frequently, so at least I'm able to share some kind of common ground with everybody. I think that's really cool. But today I'm building off of that video because, honestly, I think something I covered but didn't go into details too much. I mainly covered how all the weapons just feel garbage in this game. But one of the things that pisses me off is this game's unruly fucking unfair meta. It's so shit that I generally cannot play a match without using an SMG or an assault rifle. And the reason being is these guns, assault rifles and SMGs, I've started to notice they have probably the quickest sprint to fire speed that any gun in the game has. So, not only is there a mass amount of people running those guns, but it's also favoring them a lot. So, people using those guns are going to keep using them because of how fucking good they are for sprint to fire speed. Another thing I've noticed is the DPS of these guns are literally above all other guns in the game. You could argue, yes, snipers do one shot to kill, whilst an SMG, you have to spray it to kill somebody. That's the basic fundamentals of guns at the end of the day. But there is something about these guns that I think have become too favorable in this game over other games. I have played other Call of Duty games prior to Cold War, and yes, the quantity of people using assault rifles and SMGs is still up there, but it's not on the scale that this game promotes. This game promotes so much SMG and assault rifle usage that pretty much everybody's using them. And as I said, the reason they're promoting it is because they literally reward people to play with these guns. You actually perform well using them guns. You actually don't even have to be too ridiculously accurate to use these guns. Whilst, let's say, melees, you've got to actually know how to swing it in the right direction. You might think, well, it's just a kind of run and cut type thing, or cut and run, I should say. That would be the correct way round. But it's not so accurate because you could swing your melee and someone could get the upper hand and take you out with their SMG. With a sniper, you've got to be ridiculously fucking goated on the sticks to land snipers in this game. Sniper shots are pretty much a no-go for this game unless you're Kaiser. Shotguns, they actually take too long to fucking reload. The actual shots don't take enough damage as they should do. I mean, come on, someone pulverizing you to the face with a shotgun should do some pretty serious damage, but no, it doesn't do that in Call of Duty, especially not in Black Ops Cold War. As for LMGs, yeah, slow sprint to fire reaction time, so you're pretty much fucked before you even get to unload your deadly round of bullets. Tactical rifles, they can somewhat pass. I'd say they do pretty well. And as for specials, you're not going to get any good games with a special unless you're camping. So the bottom line is, the game has a playstyle that promotes fast play, aggressive play. There is not it's not supposed to promote camping, but on the other hand, camping happens because of the ridiculous meta that's in this game. So not only does the meta kind of go back on the game's own purpose and promote camping, but you're actually only going to do well if you camp with any gun that is not a reg gun like the assault rifles or the SMGs. So pretty much you're only going to do well pushing aggressive with these two types of guns, which I think is just completely biased as fuck, considering people like me like to play aggressive every game. I'm not exactly a tactical player, I'm aggressive. So if I'm trying to use every mix of gun and let's say I've just come over from zombies, because that's usually the only reason I feel inclined to play the shitty multiplayer, is when I've got to unlock weapons, and the multiplayer challenges are just so much easier than zombies. They don't ask much of you. It's just going through the fucking labor of playing the matches that I find to be the most painful, but actually doing the challenge is not difficult. So I go into multiplayer to grind my fucking weapons for zombies, and it's an absolute hellhole, because I try to use a different range of weapons. I try to get as many weapons as I can get done and unlocked for zombies, and it's proving difficult at this point. Like, I'm generally struggling, to use any gun that isn't an SMG or an assault rifle. You're probably asking, why do the shotguns not seem to do well for you? I thought shotguns were like one of the highest used guns in this game. Yes, a lot of people use shotguns, but these are the people who are playing tactically, not rushing. So that is something that I find really annoying. Another thing that I think that this game does to promote AR and SMG usage is the fact that every season, when they drop a batch of guns, you get like one melee weapon. You might get a pistol every so often, or a new special, but most of the time, everyone can agree that when a season drops, you're going to get an assault rifle or an SMG. Every time. It is guaranteed. Mark my words, Season 6, there will be a new assault rifle or SMG. Somewhere or another, there will be another one. Because all this game does is promotes you to use the fucking reg guns, the meta weapons, and pretty much you are like frowned upon from doing well with any other weapon. There is not enough range on half of the weapons to do well unless you have to force yourself to play 6v6 face-off. You cannot do well unless you're playing, like, let's say a party game where everyone's using a pistol or a melee. You actually can't do well unless you're playing gun game. Pretty much, these guns prove useless unless you're in close quarter fights, which aren't going to happen on pretty much 90% of the maps. I'm not saying these maps are like Modern Warfare, where they're ridiculously huge, so loads of camping happens, you can't kill people with these guns. I mean, come on, how does a game with massive maps allow you to do well with all types of guns? Like, how does that make sense? You would expect that to be the case with, you know, Modern Warfare, that you can't do well with all ranges of guns, and in Cold War you get all the little mix of weapons and they all do well in their own way. But no, I find that baffling, to be honest. I mean, I can go in Modern Warfare and use pretty much any gun and succeed one way or another. Of course you're going to have your bad games, but generally speaking, you can perform well with almost every single gun in the mix. In this game, nah, you've got to follow the meta or you're fucked. The bottom line, I think, to just take out of this is skill-based matchmaking is ridiculous in this game. There's too many people playing competitively in casual, quick play matches. There is people also running meta weapons because all they do is drop meta weapons every fucking season, and because these guns reward you when you play with them. Any other gun, you're pretty much not going to do well, so everyone says, alright, I give up, I'm going to go and use the meta weapons. The whole meta system in this game is just ridiculous. It is so bad, and I think that's one of the main reasons that kind of sways me away from playing the multiplayer, and to be honest, that's why I find playing multiplayer kind of an upward battle, to be honest. It's like, it's easier than zombies in terms of the challenges, but the actual gameplay just makes me want to put my head through a window. It's so annoying. Generally, I shouldn't have to play like someone is sticking electrodes up my ass and threatening me to play well. Like, I can't be bothered. I generally can't be bothered. Anyway, I thought I'd put this out there, see if there's anyone else with some common ground who can agree with me on this. I just think this game's heavily meta-ran. It doesn't work any other way. And so yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notice to never miss a single video that comes out on this channel. And yeah, check the plugins on screen throughout the video. But yeah, hopefully this gameplay pretty much backed my point. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm seeing you all in the next one. Bye, guys.